a bit like a stuck record, but I've been predicting the return of brands, seems ridiculous to say as part of our kind of marketing language, finally seems to be becoming part of the dialogue amongst marketers and marketing services companies about balancing long-term development with short-term tactical efficacy. So I think that's going to gain even more strength next year.
I predict that we're going to see a revolution in Chinese media and marketing. I think what we've seen in the past is that China has only focused on China. But looking at things like Singles Day this year, you can see through Lazada, an Alibaba-backed company, they're starting to take the concept of Singles Day from China into other markets. And also Alibaba are partnering with India. Amazon, on the flip side, has really struggled growing outside of Western countries. They had a failed launch in Singapore. So I predict what we're going to see is more and more of the APAC region aligned behind Chinese technology.
I think in 2019 we're going to see more of the same. I think AI, ML, and blockchain will continue to be in common language and very much continue to be explored, as we're still in the very early days of that. But I think the real thing that is going to continue to be a hot topic of conversation, because it is driving such growth for our clients' brands, is e-commerce. As more and more people's shopping behavior switches into more electronic formats, such as mobile, such as online, we're just going to continue to see more importance put on that, I think.
I think people will begin to realise that the more digitally precise you are, the more culturally invisible you are, invariably, and that's a problem. And I think we'll see a dismantling on that basis of the notion of purpose. It's been wildly misused, and there is a difference between a long-term brand idea through the heart of a business and just being seen to be doing good, and people will become very cynical about that.
Everyone knows Netflix is going to explode soon and there's a ton of consumer time there, but there's also a lot of amazing stuff taking place in podcast space, which again, very tactical and something that people are very aware of. But you see a lot of searches in there that really give you a sense of the mentality of consumers. And it's a platform where you have a lot of intimacy and you feel like you're part of a private conversation.
What I think that will be a big trend and big innovation in 19 across the board, across the industries and across the clients, will be personalized messaging, where because of technology and because of use of data, we will be in position to send precise message to almost every single person that belongs to a given target audience.
I think we're going to see a real surge in teleshopping, so live streaming being delivered that actually enables e-commerce purchase. I think you're going to see a lot more dependence on key influencers and brands recognising that they need to have partnerships with these influencers and enable that e-commerce functionality within live streaming.
I think next year is going to be a big year for esports. We've been talking about esports getting to that point for a long time. I think next year is going to be that. It'll be supposed to hit $1 billion next year, so I think it's going to allow brands to connect with that millennial audience that's really difficult for them to reach. And the other part is I think it's going to be a big year for women's sports. We're talking about World Cup next year, and again, this is another area that's been growing and growing for years, and I feel like it's going to be a tipping point in 2019.
So future trends in 2019 in terms of talent attraction and retention. I think we'll continue to see this increase in fluid talent in terms of moving more of our people around the network and also where people choose to work. But I think we'll also see a big increase, and we are already, in the use of artificial intelligence technology in our business. And we're running a couple of trials at the moment in China to see how we can use artificial intelligence to measure the happiness and engagement of our employees.
So I think, and this is really an answer that's from client feedback more than anything, and a lot of clients are really looking at their creative content that they're putting out at the moment, whether it's platform ready or format ready. They're also particularly interested in dynamic creative. And I think they're really searching for sort of an old-fashioned expression, but really getting back to making sure the media is placed in the right place at the right time against the right person. So it's kind of back to the future in a way.